Hi everyone, it's the English Simmer here, and I have no clue what is going on, but it's all been very hush-hush about The Sims 4. Now, I know it was a busy year last year. I mean, we had 3 expansion packs, which was pretty unprecedented. I hate that word. Why did I use that word? Of course, it's New Year, everybody's warming back into it. I'm fairly sure that the Sims team have probably only got back to work yesterday, but I'm fairly sure last year we actually did receive the newest roadmap in either the 2nd or 3rd week of January. And this week is the 2nd week. I personally thought we were maybe gonna get a roadmap yesterday. However, that is not the case. So I decided to focus my mind. I recorded a video similar to this last year, and I have to say, I was honestly kind of impressed by how many of my predictions were true or slightly true. I was definitely along the right lines when it came to content that we got in 2023. I've already talked about what I personally want. I've reacted to what all of you want, but this is more so my prediction. What do I think is gonna come out of 2024 for The Sims 4? But we haven't heard a whisper. There have been no rumors. I haven't even seen an eyeball reaction emoji over in the TikTok comment section. So I feel like this year we kind of have less to draw on when it comes to hints. Let's start off with what we know. Obviously, we know we are getting 2 kits. We are getting a build mode kit and we are getting a create a sim kit. Am I just a Sims prodigy? No, they told us. We already voted on these kits. We had to choose whether we wanted a futuristic build kit or if we wanted a medieval castle kit. The medieval castle kit actually won, and we then got to decide between a rainbow core kit or a goth create a sim kit, and the goth create a sim won. So both of those, I assume, are gonna come out in January. We've already decided on them. I always thought that they were gonna be introduced early 2024. I'm fairly sure we got confirmation about that, although I could have just seen that tweet from a simmer. But what about when it comes to the bigger packs? We obviously haven't seen any concept art. They haven't confirmed how many types of packs we're gonna be getting this year. I am drawing the assumption that we are gonna get a game pack this year. That is my prediction. That is my hope. That is my wish. I absolutely love game packs. I think they are some of the most in-depth. I think they're some of the most interesting packs that we have for The Sims 4, and they just have a special place in my heart. The last one that we got was actually in June of 2022. That was the Werewolves game pack. I know that was an occult-driven game pack. Are they gonna give us 2 occults back to back? Who knows? Do you think the potential is there for a fairies game pack? I actually recorded a video after we had received Horse Ranch, which was basically going through those expansions and looking at some of the hints that I figured they included. And I personally think Growing Together definitely included a lot of fantasy hints and also a lot of fairy hints. So potentially that could be the game pack for this year. However, in that video, there were also hints to other themes that I was thinking could potentially fit in a game pack for The Sims 4. Those are time travel or space travel. Again, in Growing Together, we had an awful lot of space theming, especially with like the futuristic concept of a kit and also a past kit. It's like, okay, I know they're focusing on kind of those smaller themes within that, on like themed builds, but then what if they actually do a game pack or even an expansion to then expand on those themes even further? And I personally think that Simmers would be down for that. It's not my biggest wish. I really don't want like a futuristic Into the Future for The Sims 3 was not my thing, or even a romance game pack. In the Basement Treasures kit, they obviously brought back the iconic woohoo bed, but we've also started to see the iconic heart bed in promotion that they've been doing. Obviously, we get Sim Summits every quarter now with Mercy, and in the last Sim Summit that we got, she was actually sat on the love heart bed in Small Law, which makes me think that they're kind of leaving hints towards romance of some way. I know that Simmers would absolutely love to have online dating. I truly do think that 2024 is the year of the Sims 4 stuff pack. Obviously, we got its return back in 2023 with Home Chef Hustle. They have a brand new team who are based in Europe working on stuff packs, alongside some of the Sims team working over on the West Coast who have worked on The Sims for years. So I really feel like they have this cohesive team to fully dedicate themselves to stuff packs now, and I think think they found their feet, honestly, with Home Chef Hustle. I was a really, really big fan of that stuff pack. There were certain things that I would change. There were definitely some little teething issues that I had with it. I would still like updates to those things that actually annoy me about that pack, but I think all in all, it's actually a very usable stuff pack. I actually think it's pretty in-depth, and I think it adds to the game. I'm hoping that we at least get 2 more. When it comes to themes, last year I actually mentioned an elder-based pack of some sort, or just like a generations-themed pack. I said this in my video of what I want. I think they are hinting somewhat towards elders. I think there's gonna be an elder refresh. I think something has to happen for elders. Like, they've kind of dropped things in almost every single pack that we've had. We have the wise trait. We obviously have a fair bit in growing together when it comes to the inheritance box. I just think that they need to tie all of those things together. Now, I'm gonna get a little bit dark for the second, so please do excuse me. I know this is not the negative energy that we need to be bringing into a new year, but I do actually think that a funerals pack could actually fit in with the theming of a stuff pack. I don't think a funerals pack needs to be a game pack. Am I just saying that because I am still salty about my wedding stories? Yes, absolutely. I've already said that I don't particularly want a funerals based pack if it works like my wedding stories. I don't want like all that form of micromanagement. I want to be able to have like remembrance services, and I also want to be able to obviously host a funeral without my sim being sad and going off and crying in a coffin where his dead father is lying. True story, that actually happened to me. I would like a pack that supports that, and I think that that could definitely happen, and I think the end of a sim's life could definitely be a lot better than what it currently is. I know that you lot probably have a ton of ideas of what you want of a funeral pack. I honestly might make a dedicated video to a funerals pack and what I would like to see, but also what you would like to see. So if you want to leave your thoughts and ideas down below, definitely do that in the comments. Let's get a little end of life discussion going. How cheery. Death to The Sims 4, but in a very respectful way. Now, I know this is about predictions and less about my wants, but I don't really have a lot to base like any prediction off when it comes to another kind of stuff pack theme. I personally want an arcade pack. I have forever wanted it. I still continue to want it. I don't think there is anything hinting at the fact that we're gonna get an arcade pack, but I'm gonna throw it in here. And on to the biggest packs that we had throughout 2023. 3 expansion packs. I am hoping that we don't get 3 again this year, just because I don't think my brain will be able to handle it. It truly felt like my mind was melting trying to make like overview videos and early access content on 3 expansion packs. I would love it if we just went back to 2 expansion packs. I'm gonna predict that we're getting 2 expansion packs. I think they'll go back to their regular release, which is usually either a summer one and a winter one, or a springtime one and an autumn one. I think personally, because we had a little bit of a rocky road last year when it came to bugs, glitches, there are still things that I feel aren't super strong in every single expansion pack that we got last year. There is also still corruption happening when it comes to for rent and having more than 6 apartments. I would much prefer quality over quantity when it comes to expansion packs. I think the 3 was fun, but I just don't think it was the strongest year. Also, Horse Ranch did feel like a glorified game pack to me. I have always said that. I will always say it. And then probably 1 game pack and 2 stuff packs. I predict that as the release schedule. They could potentially bump it up to 2 game packs, but I personally think that 6 like mainline packs, especially with how frequently they did kits last year, is gonna be a little bit too much again. I absolutely think that they are gonna continue collaborating with simmers from the community on kits. At least that is my hope, because I always feel like they are the best kits. And I also have a feeling that there's something coming for the land grabs this year. I don't know if it's a townie refresh. I don't know if it's a lore refresh. I know how many simmers were disappointed with the townie refreshes because it is just like a townie makeover and they take at least 6 months in between each one. I just feel like the land grabs have been in the forefront of like promotion this year. Obviously it kind of made sense with For Rent. I was invited down to London for the Land Grab and Sons real estate agents event, which was very, very cool. They had a full decked out cast who were playing as the land grabs and they were absolutely incredible. They absolutely smashed it. But we also got a full small lore dedicated to them where the lore is definitely janky when it comes to the land grabs. Obviously, we don't really know who Johnny Zest is. We assume that he's either the son of Jeffrey and Nancy, and then she's just shunned him because she doesn't agree with like his job. He's an embarrassment to the land grab name. Some people believe that he is Nancy's son from an affair. Whilst I was actually at the event, Jeffrey was telling me he didn't even know if Johnny Zest was his own, so it feels like they're kind of planting these seeds. I personally would love to see a lore update. I would love to see relationships within townies actually resemble what they are meant to resemble, match the household descriptions, because they aren't even currently related to Johnny Zest, which is just absolutely unbelievable. The illegitimate child theory when it comes to Johnny Zest is also why I think we might be getting sort of like a romance theme, where maybe they're gonna get like deeper into like affairs and cheating and scandals within relationships. I think that they could really add some depth. Obviously, we all know how I feel about sentiments. I do not think they are the strongest thing in the game. I have always wanted to see like furious states and just the game having more consequence for the stories that you want to tell and more drama. And I absolutely think that an overhaul of like how romantic relationships work could absolutely help with that. So there we have it. Those are all of my predictions. I would love to hear what you lot think about this. Obviously, as we start getting more and more information, once we do actually get that quarterly teaser or we get a sim summit, I'm gonna be reacting to both of those things. We're gonna be doing deep dives. We're gonna be doing wish lists. I'm just really excited for 2024, obviously. 2023 was crammed. I wouldn't say it was probably my favorite year of Sims 4 releases, but they definitely hit some themes that I know a lot of Simmers have been wanting for a really, really long time. So let me know how you are all feeling. Do you have any particular predictions? Do you agree with my predictions? Are you like Molly? Those are absolutely wild. Sit the hell down. What are you chatting? I would absolutely love to hear all of your thoughts and theories down below. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button if you aren't already. I'm obviously going to be doing updates whenever we hear the latest news. But thank you all so much for tuning into this one, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.